Hi, and welcome. Today we are discussing designing your bedroom using Feng Shui. We're going to use the tool of the free guide that I've created on designing your Feng Shui bedroom. So be sure that you download that at the end. We're going to go through 5 different elemental designs. So these are templates and themes that I've created to help you look at different areas of your life and ways that you can bring in certain types of energy into your bedroom. But before we get there, I want to go over 4 quick points and things that maybe you should think about on how to use this guide and how to prepare. Before you get started using this guide, I like to think about a few things. Really, to start the planning process, you should think about 4 things before you get started. 1, how big do you want to go? What is the scope of the change that you want to make to your bedroom? I mean, does it need a complete overhaul, or does it just need a little sprucing up, a little boost here and there? Either way, this guide, you can use it in whichever way you like. You can go bananas and do a complete redesign and start from scratch, or you can just enhance with what you have and work with what you have. 2, what is the bedroom layout like? Does it flow correctly? Is the energy able to move around? And we're going to talk a little bit more deeply about that as well. 3, what do you want to get out of this? Like, what is it that you're missing, needing, wanting to boost? Really giving some thought to that and doing a little bit of work in thinking about what it is you want to have more of in your life, because that's going to be helpful when you choose which bedroom design you want. And then the last one is really how to get started. I mean, how do you use the tools? What's available to you to plan this effectively and get started? So we're going to go in and we're going to actually talk about point 2. I want to talk a little bit more deeply about that. So we're going to move in and we're going to now look at my screen here. And what I've got is I have a bedroom that's already set up. And this is delving into the concept of how should the energy in your bedroom flow and what should you look for. I'm not going to do too much about this because I actually have a separate video that entirely dedicated to bedrooms and how to set them up and different issues around energy flows in bedrooms. But I am going to quickly touch on the main concept and that is in this guide, and that is the idea of finding the command position. And finding the command position is essentially, if this is your door here, you move in, the energy moves in. When you're lying in your bed, you can easily see what is coming at you. Let's say this is a bathroom door or a closet door here, the secondary door. If it is a bathroom door, you may have to do a little adjustment, but it's not in line with the bed, so you're okay. One thing, other than having that command view, being able to see obstacles that come at you, being able to see what's coming, it really does give you this sense of control. The other thing I would really look at in your bedroom is how much stuff, and by stuff I mean furniture. Let's put clutter aside at this point. Assuming that you've decluttered, let's just look at how much furniture you have based on the size of your bedroom. Now, you're each going to be working with different bedroom sizes, and this may not look like your bedroom, but you really want to think about, do you have large pieces of furniture blocking areas? This is the way I've got it set up here is fine, the amount of furniture I have. But, there are people that have massive dressers and big armoires that are going to be, placed here and that block the flow of energy. You're almost running into a wall here. Or they have that, plus they have, another dresser here or a high boy, and I've seen, this, and then I've seen, wait, that's not quite enough, so let's put in a little more. And I get that people need storage, and we all have a lot of clothes for some reason, but I still, you're going to maybe need to give this some thought. What can you get rid of so that you could, in an ideal situation, have a bed, 2 nightstands, and one other piece of furniture. at the foot of the bed or along the wall there if it's narrow like this. And I've also placed a chair in there too. So how can you work it so that you can reduce the amount of furniture in your bedroom so that the energy can flow more smoothly? And I really do encourage you to look at this setup. If you don't have a closet, then yes, that is a challenge and you will have to get creative with storage. And you can store clothing, seasonal clothing under the bed. Just be aware of that. That's a question I get a lot of. Soft bedding and seasonal clothing, when stored correctly and organized well, can be placed under the bed. So what can you move out? What can you get rid of that can allow you to lighten the load in terms of furniture in your bedroom for the layout? So the takeaways for layout are: one, find the command position. And if you need more info on this, watch my video on bed placement. And two is the idea of letting the energy be able to flow without being obstructed by clutter. Let's assume we've all decluttered. And two, by heavy furniture. So that goes over the point two. So we've talked about scope a little bit, and now we've talked about layout. And three, we'll be exploring what you need, what you want to get out of this bedroom, what you want to change about this, why you need change, how much change do you need? Are you feeling you need a boost? Are you feeling you need to enhance something? Are you feeling you need to really reset? So what kind of energy do you want to bring into this bedroom of yours? And we're going to explore that momentarily when we go into each of the 5 different designs. Fourth is making sure you have all the right tools at your fingertips. So yeah, make sure you've downloaded the guide. You have it. Make sure you have things like a measuring tape. Very simply, you are going to need to get paint chips probably. You're going to need to go out. You're going to need to do a little research on your own. I mean, this guide is here to get you inspired. And yes, you could do and buy every single thing because I have a full shopping list there. I have the templates that you can do to set it up and work with it. So you could use and do exactly what I have here. But really what I wanted you to get out of this is be inspired and say, okay, yes, I like this element here and I like this, I can work with this. And to really start taking action and start making this your own and creating your own bedroom while thinking about the energy of the bedroom. So yes, you can do it cookie cutter. It's a total turnkey and you can do exactly what you were, use the shopping list, get what you want, or take what you like out of it and be inspired by it. Go shopping, take it with you. You need, this color of a toss pillow. You need this. So really using it as a guide and guidance for you to move forward and shift the energy in your bedroom. Okay, let's move into the 5 different elemental designs. So the 5 different design templates or design inspirations, let's call them. They are as follows. 1 is energy and vitality. So you're bringing in the wood element. We'll talk more about that. 2 is focus on romance and love, intimacy, bringing partners together. 3 is rest and relaxation. So that would be sleep focused. 4 is dealing with the need to feel more grounded and more connected to the earth. And the last one, 5, is I like to see it as a sunny sort of refresh. So, you may not necessarily want any one particular element, or you don't maybe need one specific thing, but you just feel like you want to redo your bedroom and you just want a nice, harmonious suggestion and balance of all of the elements. So we're going to move into the first, which is energy and vitality. First design, energy and vitality. This is the energy, the wood element. So growth, springtime, starting over, new beginnings. Think of grass growing, bamboo, growing upward, lifting, picking you up. And there are specific colors and textures that I brought in that bring this sort of feeling of not just growth and the wood element, but also this connection to nature. So a little bit more rustic and natural. So that's where the inspiration for this design came. So moving on to my screen here, you're going to see how I pulled it together. So this is the program that I pulled it all in together. And you'll see the colors that I've used. The main theme of this is using green, but not painting the walls green. So you don't need to, you may already have a neutral wall. So the good thing about that is you really can just pull in accessories. So in this one, I would say the main thing that I brought in, neutral walls, white down, which is a warm white. Yes, the lamp is this nice, green, bottle green color, blue green. The rug as well is, I really love, is got such great colors and is available in many different sizes too. So I really like this rug. Now, again, this speaks to the idea of using this as an inspiration. I find that, this design works together as a whole because, the wood of the bed is also tied into the rug, and I didn't want to go too matchy, so the bed isn't actually a set with the nightstand. They're two separate retailers, but they have that same reclaimed look, which is really about that rustic connection to nature. The, bringing plants into the bedroom, if you have a question about that, I actually have a blog post specifically about that because I get that a lot. But yes, it is okay to bring plants into the bedroom. This is the yin fire I was talking about, which is bringing in, so to balance out the wood element. Sometimes, too much wood can have you difficulty sort of focusing on one, like you want to do a million different things. So I wouldn't necessarily want to bring in a lot of wood energy if you are the type of person that has tons of ideas and no problem getting up and jumping and going and doing what they need to get done and just doesn't really complete a lot of things. So if this is the case and you already sort of have that set up and you do love this, I like to balance it out by using this candles, which is a green candle, and you'll read in the guide a little bit more deeply about this, but essentially that it balances out, wood feeds fire, which also, sort of drains, tires out the wood a bit. The fabric, you can use neutral fabrics as well as I have here for bedding. So, really keeping it light in the bedding because the wood is a little darker, and going for a pop with the rug and adding in the greens that way in accessories. So that is the wood-focused energy and vitality design. Again, go back to your guide. There's a lot more information in that. So read through it if this is a design that resonates with you and that you feel you want to bring that type of energy in. The second design is for romance. And you can look at this as bringing a partnership closer together, having just overall more romance in your life, more self-love and nurturing. This design is about achieving a balance when you bring in that romantic yin energy to balance the yin and the yang that is present in any relationship. Some being more yang, some being more yin. We're all made up of these different, this duality of yin and yang, this binary relationship of light, dark, soft, hard, this whole concept. And then when it comes together, this balance with the elements as well, that's when you achieve harmony. So the idea behind, this design is, and, however you can do it, and you can achieve this in many ways. And the one that I've recommended here is really to show you that you have to balance it. You don't want to just come in and create an overly yin, super patterned, lots of soft and squish in a bedroom. You need that balance of yang. Two reasons. One, just to have balance in the partnership, but also you want to keep it clear and light. So you make space for communication. You make space for sleep as well. You make space for just being able to breathe. So number one, that's why I brought in not only the fire element in this case, but also the metal element. And yes, there is a clash there, so they do inherently balance each other. Go to your guide and you'll see exactly, how it fits together. But overall, the feel of this is going with the buttery cream walls, the simple white bedding, and then adding these accessories. The rug in this case, again, is hitting the high points with these pinks and these roses and hot pinks. You can bring in oranges and reds if you like, absolutely. If you can find a rug that works and that integrates with the overall room and that doesn't overpower it. You can also use pink and hot pink in your bedding. Be aware though, this can be disruptive for sleep, but it can also work nicely to spark a flame. Also, it can help to burn off any negative energy and to unify the partnership. So there's a lot of different levels to it and things that you need to think about. In the guide, when I go through the specifics on this bedroom, I go into detail on those things as well.